Paul George returned to the Clippers. Played pretty well. He thought he played terrible. They lost. Two things. Where are we on the construct of the Clippers team? Because they're now 7-5 and are in the 7th slot in the Western Conference. And what did you think of how Paul George came back and what he can add?
Well, first, at 7-5, they've lost 3 games with Kawhi resting. So, let's be clear about that.
Load management.
And Paul George hasn't been playing, so we don't even know what this team is, okay, until you get him out there. As far as last night, way too hard on himself. He actually blew my mind with how smooth he was and how effective he was offensively with that layoff, because it's different against an actual NBA defense. The speed of the game, the rhythm, the timing, your legs, all of those things. You don't expect to make shots. He made those at a high level. I think what he's talking about is there were some defensive breakdowns with communication that he was involved in, just from not being out there with those guys. And then he had a couple of turnovers late. Drew Holiday got into him a little bit, got a couple of strips on him at important times. So he's being way too hard on himself. All things considered, that's about as well as you can play offensively, having not played this year, and the layoff really hasn't played really highly competitive basketball since the spring. I thought he looked amazing, honestly. And now I'm picturing Kawhi Leonard and Paul George together at the same time. The versatility they have offensively, one of those guys on each side of the floor, good luck trying to guard that once those guys are out there together.
Tim Legler joining us, our NBA analyst on Golic and Wingo. So that's the one team in the Staples Center. The other team right now, I'm going to talk about LeBron James. Oh, God, why not? We all do. But it's a little different. The Lakers sitting there at 9-2. LeBron James, for the first time in his career, he may average double-digit assists. We know he's done that point forward thing, but he's running the show now and averaging over 11 assists a game. He's never had over 8. He had 8 point something in his career a couple of times. So what he's doing now with this Laker team, how different is he? And doing it, oh, by the way, at 50 years old.
I think it's been fantastic because, number one, it keeps him a little fresher. When he doesn't feel like he has to get every big bucket and he has to be the guy that's everything's run through offensively in terms of scoring, it's amazing to watch him when he's this fresh. He is playing hard. He's intense. He's clearly been rejuvenated by being paired up with Anthony Davis. So for me, LeBron James is on that very short list of guys that's in the MVP discussion. I think Anthony Davis is as well. When people try to ask me which guy's been more important, I say LeBron.
Are you surprised at how well the Lakers have played because Davis has been in and out of the lineup?
A little bit. I think I liked their roster going into the year more than a lot of people did, but you still don't know what kind of start you're going to get out to. I mean, so sometimes, and they've got a lot of vets, and sometimes vets, it's a little bit like you're running in mud at the start of the year. You're trying to get going, trying to find your rhythm. For them to come out the way that they have
impressive.
Has been surprising. I mean, they've been one of the best teams in the league. I didn't think I was going to be saying that, a month plus into the season.
Real quick, 2017, LeBron did average 9 assists a game. So.
But he's, this is crazy.
Yeah,
and at his age, no one has ever.
Well, he's got a ton of shooters, and he's got a big guy that runs the floor where one pass leads to an assist. So his assist numbers are going to be off the charts. He's got as many guys that can shoot the basketball on this team as he did back when he was in Miami. There was just a roster full of guys. None of them necessarily great shooters, but a lot of guys that are capable. And LeBron James and Anthony Davis being on the floor with you as a role player, that means you have more time to take those shots. So they're more uncontested, which means a guy that shoots normally 34%, well, maybe now he's in that 38 to 40 range playing with a guy like LeBron James because you just have more time. He gets you the ball with velocity. That's a half a count more time you have before the defender closes out. Like all those little things makes the guys that he has better shooters than they typically would be.
What's up? Thank you so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. Don't forget to download the ESPN app, and if you want more premium content, which you do, make sure that you subscribe to ESPN+. See you soon.